Hey, Steve. Rather than the obvious first question, I'm just going to ask you about Giroux and what you saw from him, the thinking on bringing him in at that time, what you guys were trying to do with him, maybe to give him a chance to get a feel for the game and what you saw from him.
Yeah, the minutes tonight were calculated, not dependent on the result, and it's part of basically his preseason. You got to put him through while we are in a competition. So minutes in a real game are not replicable in training, and so we need to use the games for him to, find his optimal fitness again, and it's just a matter of time. So this was one more step, and yeah, sure, he knows where to be and where to go, and not many actions tonight in front of goal, one or two, but we've seen in training already he's going to score goals.
Let's go to the back.
Steve, here. Is Olivier able to play on artificial turf? Is he an option for you in Seattle?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you make of another matchup with Seattle? You obviously have one coming up in Open Cup, and very familiar. You finished with them in the league before the tournament, so no stranger here.
No, it's a great squad, well coached. Brian has done amazing work with them over all the years. Very successful, very proud squad too. They don't like to lose, and I think the last one stung a little bit, and so they're going to come with everything they have. And the winner goes to the semifinals, so it's worth the effort for both sides and for us. And it's a precursor to what's coming in the Open Cup. So it's a big game. It's fun. Those are great matches against Seattle, very intense. I'm looking forward to it, and decided by playmakers or difference makers, I should say. And right now, our difference makers are showing up, and that needs to continue.
Hi, Coach. Congratulations on the win. Can you give an update on Timothy Tillman and his health, his status for maybe next match, or what it looks like?
Yeah, it's getting close. He's tracking a little bit ahead of schedule, but these things take time. I'm not sure if he'll be available for next match. Just label as questionable for now. But I'm hopeful for the one after that if it's not this time. But he's tracking along nicely.
Let's go to Justin.
Hi, Coach. Congratulations on the win. I'm not sure if there's anything more we can say about Denny Bouanga, but it seems like in these knockout tournaments, he elevates into another gear, whether it's Leagues Cup or MLS Cup playoffs. We've talked a lot about he's just a player who wants to win, but is there kind of another gear for him in these knockout tournaments?
I hope so. I don't know. Denis is pretty consistent. He has some off days. Sometimes the ball bounces a little further from your foot than you would hope. But Denis is a gamer, and he shows up. And so, maybe the bigger the game that's on the line, maybe he is a little more focused. But I guess that's more of a question for him. But they're, amazingly, even though how good he is, hey, Timmy, as good as he is, there's still room for improvement, in all of our players. And, with a little better passing tonight, he maybe could set Olivier up with a chance or two.
Go right next, please.
Hi, Coach. Could you talk a little bit about the evolution of the team this season? I mean, it's remarkable to me to see how much they've grown in confidence, especially in that final third, too. Could you speak a little bit about your impressions?
Yeah, I think there certainly is an evolution in the group. We had a mediocre start to the season, away from home, very poor performances and results. But what we talked about in that phase, they were all self-induced, and we knew we had the tools and to fix the problem. And the guys did. We worked hard. We were very clear with them, and they were very clear with their solutions. And it's an okay problem to have as long as you have the solutions to fix it in the locker room, and we do. And we talk about that a lot. We're in control of our own destiny, and that is a luxury, certainly. But the players understand the work they have to put into it to play like they did tonight or other good nights. And it's not automatic. It comes from work and training. It comes from dedication. It comes from teamwork. It comes from guys checking their egos at the door and making sure that LAFC is successful and not the individual.
Any other questions in the room?
please.
Coach, congrats on the win. There are only two Mexican teams left in this tournament. Is this a surprise for you? Is this what you expected this year?
No, I would say I'm more surprised. Obviously, Liga MX is a great league with fantastic teams. In comparison to MLS, unlimited budgets, if you will. But they're at a big disadvantage. They're playing away from home every game. And all the MLS teams are playing pretty much at home, or environments they're very comfortable with. So there are big disadvantages too. But certainly I am surprised by a lot of the exits on some high-profile clubs. But I guess that's football. I'm not sure you can take this tournament as a marker and say that MLS is catching up or is better. You just have to look at all of the Champions Leagues over the past 20 years, and that looks very different. So certainly the gap is closing, but I don't think it's fair to generalize. It could have just been a bad couple of weeks.